that I feel really good about talking about. So, the question, which you read on the screen, is how has the pandemic era, which isn't over, just so y'all know, changed your life? How has it changed your life? Like, for example, when COVID first was going on and everybody went on quarantine in your personal life, Lyrica, can you stop? She's irritating. Okay, what was going on in your life when right before COVID even like was announced? Right before COVID was announced, what was like the biggest change in your life at that moment? Right before COVID started, like you had something new in your life. Was it like a job and a career? Was it people? Was it like people in a platonic way or in a more exclusive, affectionate way? Was it your mental state, or was it like what else? Traveling, traveling. It could anything. So think about it. So personally, I go off of astrology to understand and figure out life. It resonates with me, so I use it, and I'm really good at it actually. Can you stop? You're doing a lot. Hold on, y'all, cause she finna go. She gotta go. And don't come back in either. Don't. She cannot stay in here with me at all, period. No. So, like I was saying, and I'm not editing none of these videos, just so y'all know. I'm never ever in my life ever editing another video. I did my first editing video with my first YouTube video when I did my makeup a few years ago. And first off, I saw a lot of things in the background that I didn't know about when I was going through it. And then also, it took a long time and it was a long video. So I was like, I'm never ever in my life ever doing it again, ever. And I'm not. So, except for I kind of did. So TikTok videos, I like editing those because it's fun. You can stop and you can go. That's why I like using TikTok to record my videos. I usually don't go on live. But actually right now I'm banned off of TikTok from posting and commenting. So, yeah. But anyway, it's okay because my TikTok not very engaging anyway. My YouTube channel is, so boom. It works out perfectly fine with me. Hold on, is YouTube on stocks? Can you get stocks in YouTube? I gotta look that up when I get off the phone. Okay. So I'll give you a very detailed, clear expression and like example with my life. So right before COVID started, I had moved from not my birth town but my hometown to a new place at the very end of 11th grade. So I was a junior. Wait, hold on. Freshman, sophomore, junior. Yeah, I was a junior. At the end of junior year, I moved to a different state. And it was completely opposite of where I grew up at. So in the midst of moving and everything, it's a fresh start. You hope that it's a good fresh start. So I have found a group of friends, like a group of friends like to hang out with, right? It had just happened literally right before COVID started. I found some little friends to hang out with, right? Well, actually, no. I guess that's not how it happened. My siblings befriended the neighbors. So, and I was gone, and I was back in my hometown for the summer. We went to Florida. We went to Disneyland. We went to Universal Studios. We went, we was all up in Florida. It was fun. We went to Cocoa Beach. It was really cool. It was my first time in Florida and everything. And they had befriended the neighbors. So when I had came back from my trip in my hometown, and went back there, they was around, the neighbors. And at first I didn't pay them much attention because I was the big sister in my family. So I like my space and my free time and like what I got going on, my own little world in my room, away from everybody else and what they got going on. So at first I didn't really engage, and I didn't really like internalize, people and what's going on. Then I had got a boyfriend. Well, a guy that was interested in being my boyfriend, or whatever he was interested in, actually. But I got boyfriend because, I'm a lady. So I was thinking, oh, he want to be my boyfriend. Okay. So I got a boyfriend. He had a friend. And then technically the neighbor was my friend now, with my sister and me. And we all became friends. So me and my sister and her friend, which was now my friend, became friends with my new boyfriend and his friend, right? So we was a group. Oh, and then the neighbor's older brother too, kind of, a little bit. We was friends. So I got a friend group for the first time in my life, like a really like good friend group that was like aware and like inclusive, and like it was like a very like strong connection between a lot of people, in my opinion. So, the whole journey of that had came about and went and gone and everything, you feel me? Then boom, so we started getting close because of COVID. So we was in quarantine, and we had just met, and that's how we got close and became a clique, because COVID had happened. So we was all quarantined. So we was all at my mama's house. All at my mama's house for a long time. Except for the best friend. I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't at first, but then he did, and we was all together. So boom. After that, why is they so loud? Am I loud? I probably am. So then after that, me and my boyfriend broke up, and me and the friends, we wasn't friends. I stopped being friends with them. Then they stopped being, like, it was weird. So, okay, the friend group broke up. That was in the midst of COVID, like going back probably closer to normal, like the pandemic anyway, the like quarantine type stuff. So we was at his mom's house too, so we had transitioned. When our relationship started getting rocky, we had went to his mom's house because my mom kicked me out because I had a boyfriend, and she said that her sister basically told her to, because since I had a boyfriend, he should be like basically taking care of me and all that kind of stuff. So my mom started doing that, and then she kicked me out, and then we was at his house, his mom's house, him and his mom's house. So we was there for a few months. We was going back and forth to my mom's house because it was like literally down the street, 2 blocks away, like literally down the street. So we was going back and forth like to go eat and stuff at my mom's house. So we was eating and stuff and being with the friend group over there at my mama's house for the most part. And then they wasn't friends, so me and my boyfriend was at his mom's house by ourselves for a few months too. Yeah. But then that's when me and my boyfriend broke up after that. So me and my boyfriend had broke up. And like I said, we had stopped being friends with them around that time. We stopped hanging out with them like heavy around that time too. So they technically wasn't all the way my friends. It was like no beef, but it was like, I don't know about that. I don't know about like this entanglement. So that was a big thing. Boom. Went from no friends to no friends again. Then I went through a spiritual awakening at the very end of us being like cordial with each other and like in each other's like vicinity and everything, still together kind of. And when I had my spiritual awakening, which some people could, refer to it as psychosis, depending on if you are more spiritual or if you're more worldly. If you're more worldly, you're going to call it psychosis, and you'll say I'm crazy or whatever, but I'm not. It's spiritual. And I went through a spiritual awakening. That's what happened. So when I went through my spiritual awakening, that is when everything like, it was like a branding on my whole entire life. It was like a whole. Like if you think about a passport and you get a stamp at every destination you go to, think about in life if you got a stamp every time you completed a section of your life. That's what that felt like. It felt like my first stamp. and I completed a section of my life. And that's kind of exactly what happened, because at that time, when I got with my boyfriend, I was 17. Then I was 18. So technically, 18 is like, oh, okay, you're not a child, you're not a minor anymore. But you're not 21 either, so you're in the vicinity of the middle part. Not an adult all the way, but not a child either, not a minor. So that's still where I'm at, because I'm 20, right? Until like 5 months, basically. 6 months, something like that. 5 months. 5 months. Dang, that was fast. So I was 17, 18. So then when I got 18 and me and my boyfriend had broke up, I started doing a whole bunch of reckless, crazy stuff. Now that, I would call it manic. Sorry. So it could be, like I'm saying, like if you want to be more more worldly and call it like psychosis, I was in a manic state after my spiritual awakening happened, and things just started pouring into me, and like knowledge and like realizations and like new visualizations and like everything. I went into a manic state, and I was just doing a whole bunch of reckless stuff. One, because at that time I didn't have any emotional support. Actually, really, the emotional support I've had all my life has been very minimum. Very minimum. And I think that's exactly why I went into the spiritual awakening state and like the psychosis and manic state right after I broke up with my first boyfriend, because he's my only boyfriend. He was my first love. Like literally, I loved him. Like he was on the level, like I told him like before, you're on the level like how I feel about my mom. Like she could do anything and like say anything, and like I could not agree with her or whatever, but at the end of the day, I love her, and nothing would ever change that I love her. It's like oh, okay, I don't like you, but I love you type of thing. Even though I like them too, but I'm just saying. So he was on that level, and I was like, oh my God, I love him. Like, and it's just like, we broke up. Even though I broke up with him technically, so I broke up with him, but it's just because I just knew it wasn't time. It wasn't time for nothing that we was going through, and it was going in the wrong direction. And so it was just like time for us to break up. But anyway, super long story short. After I was in during my manic stage is when I think the new part of me and the new destination of like new things happening and stuff, that's what was starting. When I was in that manic state, I think I started the foundation for the next steps of my life. And it was really, I'm not gonna lie, it was some crazy stuff. I was like going on not dates actually. It was supposed to be so-called dates, but men are, sleazy and weird and all that kind of stuff. So I was trying to do like the dating thing, like finding the older guy who should be more mature and know everything in the world and stuff, who could help me, do what I want to do in the world and everything. I was trying to find like that type of situation. And I wanted to have fun too. So I was out there doing stuff like that. No, I did not do a prostitution. My ex, that was crazy. My ex had tried to tell people, and I think somebody else, I think my sister or whoever, I don't even know. It don't even matter. At this point, it's just the fact that they did it. They was like saying that I was basically having sex with people for money. And I have never had sex with somebody for some money, and I would never have sex with somebody for some money, because like I said, I am definitely a lady, and if I don't ever initiate anything with a guy, I've never even initiated. Actually, I have once or twice, but that don't count. But I'm not having sex with somebody just because. I think it's a very spiritual thing, and I believe in, if you have sex, you should be ready for a kid. So I would never really want to have sex with anybody I wouldn't picture myself having a kid with, which if I don't picture myself having a kid with you, I wouldn't even date you, because that's a waste of my time. That's wasting my time being on the right path, because you're not my path. So why would I waste my time on somebody who's not my path? That's why guys, if they have a family already, I steer away from that, because that's not my path. I want my family, my own family. I do not want to be a broken family. I'm not gonna lie, being a good blended family, it wouldn't bother me if it was a good situation. But for the most part, I've learned people aren't. Hi to everybody who's been saying hi. Oh my God, your name looks so pretty and it's long. It says Genevieve. That's your name? Whoa, that's so cool. Anamika? Hold on. That's a pretty name and it's long. I love long names because they look good in cursive. But yeah, I think that says Genevieve. That looks really good. That's cool. Okay, so then boom, long story short, I ain't really gotta go into details about it because I have. You could just watch my video that says story time about my spiritual awakening, because then I think I get into details more about it in that video, whatever, because I don't want to keep getting details about it because it's like, you know, I'll write a book about it. I don't know, not right now though. I gotta get some more stuff in my life, like way at the end of my life I'm gonna make like a biography, memoir, all that kind of stuff, then boom, put it out. There I go, all secrets for free at that point when I'm about to, you know, it'll be free. But so yeah, so boom, broke up with my boyfriend, first love, heartbroken. Heart is just broken into pieces, and I can't even see through my eyes clear enough to just function, to even like think about anything, not even myself. I lost so much weight. I lost a lot of weight, so it affected like what I was eating. I couldn't eat for a while. I couldn't sleep for a while. That was the wildest part of everything I've been through. My dreams started being real. And it felt like I stepped into a different dimension. Like literally. Which if you think about it, we have to be doing that at all times, because how do we grow? How do we get older? How do we, you know, keep going? Like we got to be stepping through dimensions. That's what it is. That's what it really is, literally. And I felt like that's what I was doing. When I said it felt like a passport stamp, like a stamp, you ended this part of your life, you started this part of your life. That's exactly what happened. That's what it felt like. And it was wild. So personally, for you personally, you should look it up. So in your birth chart, or if you want me to do it, I can help y'all with that kind of stuff. Y'all can just ask me or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, when it get high in demand or whatever, and it's just not, you know, one person here and there or whatever, it get high demand, I'm probably start charging, because time is money. You feel me? So get it now if you're here already. OGs first. But yeah, so what part of what part of your life changed because of this pandemic era? Which I'm gonna give it a few years before it actually like was manifested into the world, before we knew about coronavirus, before we knew about, like, you know, all the stuff going on. I'm gonna give it a few years before that, because spiritually this was working up for a long time in the background. So I'll give it a few years before that, and then also whenever this supposedly ends, there's a few years after that. That's why I just told y'all, you know, it's not over. We're still in inflation. We're in recession, literally. The 20s decades repeating itself, literally. How did it change? Like, what's changing in your life? What's upgrading? What is upgrading? To upgrade means to break change, which means a lot of towers are going to fall to make new room, new space, to bring in the new things. So for me personally, I just told y'all. So boom, it was partnerships and relationships and family. Family is the 4th house. It was the 4th house in my chart, because it's family, roots and stuff like that. That changed heavy, of course. Now I'm 20. I went from being a child in my mom's house to a young adult on my own, in the hands of the world and the government and everything else. So then I think partnerships is the 5th house or the 7th house. The 5th house or the 7th house. I think it's the 7th house. And then also Education, that changed. Like I said, I went from junior in high school at the only high school I had needed to be at in my hometown. It was the only one. To moving states at the end, very end of the school year, and going into a completely new environment, different, so different. It was just wild. It was just crazy. Like, not bad. I'm not gonna say everything was bad, because everything wasn't bad. Like I said, I found my friends. Like, I found some good connections. Like, for a good minute, it was good. Other than education, the education was bad, but it did give me some time to just like chill. It gave me a lot of time. So education, I think that's the 10th house. No, that's the 7th house. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna have to look that up or whatever. But that changed. It went downhill, and then even right now, like, I could be in college, but I'm not. But I'm not ashamed to not be in college right now, because I am going to go to school, and I am learning. I am learning in the world right now, not even being in college. I'm learning a lot, and I'm healing myself a lot, like a little lotus flower or a lily or a frog on a lily in the middle of a pond. Like, I'm chilling, I'm getting myself together, because like I said, that nurturing and that emotional support, and like that, like, helping the seed grow into, you know, the best abilities that it could, that wasn't what I was going through. That wasn't what people focused on me. And nobody focused that on me. Nobody. They might have acknowledged it or knew, oh, she's smart or whatever, but like, to help it nurture and grow into something great, like, nobody took the time out to do that part. Nobody was like doing that part 100%. So I am the only person that can do it 100%. So it's like, not to shame them or whatever, but like, I'm the only one who could have did it 100% anyway, because I know me. I'm the only person that's ever gonna know me, and I don't even know me at all times. I literally just do what I want to do, feel what I feel, and acknowledge that I feel it, and, you know, whatever I do with that information, keep going. You know, that's all I do, which is everybody in the whole world. So now I have been taking the time to really nurture myself, and I've had help along the way, and it's been nice and great. So my 2nd house went up, while my home life and my educational life, like, path that I was on, thinking that I was like so heavy on and going into, while that depleted and went downhill, my resources and my finances, actually, so my 2nd house, that went up. My 1st house with my identity and like who I am, that went up. My 12th house with spirituality and, like, you know, outer worldly, like, knowledge and like stuff you really can't explain to people, it's hard to explain type of stuff, that definitely went up. You can notice that on all of my videos I've ever posted. The 12th house is strong. Like, that's what made me do this right now. My 12th house. And I think that's what it was. It was Pluto. No, it was not Pluto. Pluto's in my, no, I don't know. Never mind about the details. It's just like, that's what went up. Then my 4th house, no, my 5th house, no, my 6th house, look at me, my 6th house, that went up, even though in a way, because like I said, because the 6th house, I'm referring to health and like exercise and body and like all that kind of stuff, like your health type stuff. That went up, but in the beginning, like I said, I couldn't eat and I couldn't sleep, so I lost a lot of weight. I was overweight though. I was overweight to begin with, because I was on the Depo-Provera shot for a little time or whatever, and it was taking so long to even get my period back and to even get my weight down back to normal or whatever. So during that time, my weight went straight down, because I wasn't eating a lot. Like, and if whatever I was eating, it was water, and it was like fruits that was like very like watery, basically. Like, it was like water intake a lot, and that's it, basically, because I couldn't keep anything. I couldn't, my digestive system wasn't working properly. It was like a lot of things. My whole system just fell off. It was all unbalanced and like shattered and broken. Like I said, my heart was. It was all shattered and broken. So I had to realign all of my chakras, and that's what I'm doing right now. That's literally what I've been doing for the last 2 years since COVID, since what happened to me during the pandemic happened to me. The last 2 years, I have been healing myself and aligning myself and redoing everything that I got going on. In my spirit, in my body, in my mind, and in my soul. So yeah, that's really what happened. Which is the 12th house. It's heavy 12th house energy. It's a very, very big 12th house, like, energy. Which, okay, my 12th house would be... Okay. That's downloaded. Okay, I get that. Anyway... So when you thinking about it in yours, like if you're not the type of person who think about it in astrology or numerology like me and like can understand it, give it a try and let me do it for you so that I can give you the information back so you can read it and read through it and tell me if it resonates with you, because I promise you it will. And if you want to, all you gotta do is comment your name. No, you probably should just add me on Snapchat and then text me. Because you got to text me like your full name. You have to text me what time you was born. You have to text me your birth date, everything. And I can do your numerology chart and I can do your astrology chart. Boom. And if you pay for it, which means you want it to be sent to you like in the mail as a booklet, then... Cash at me. Ask me the price. Actually, I'm gonna put the price in my description, and then cash at me that. And then when I get your Cash App, and you add me on Snapchat, which is Obey Keirra, just the same name, just like this on Snapchat, Keirra Purches, boom, with a blue butterfly or however your butterfly shows up. $30 Cash App, and I got your numerology chart and I got your astrology. And you just give me the information, your birthday, your name, full name, and the time you was born. Now, if you don't know what time you was born, just tell me you don't know what time you was born. If you be like, oh, my mom said I was born, you know, at nighttime, but she don't know what time, tell me like that. But if you don't know what time you was born, then that's fine. I can still help you get it, you know, situated. So also right now, my 10th house is going up. My 10th house has been struggling. I feel like my 10th house is like on the midline, on the horizon. It's been like zigzagging back and forth because that's where I'm having like the most like fluctuation. Like I want to be making a lot of money. I want to be able to be doing something. I want a business on my own. I want to be like successful and all that kind of stuff, but like I don't want to be sitting at somebody else's 9-to-5 place of business job, getting minimum wage, doing the same thing over and over every day, and like barely getting anything out of it. Like I don't want that. Not even, no, I don't ever want that. That is not worth it. Like my precious time, you're wasting my precious time. That's, no, I can't do it. I can't. That's why, like, I'm trying to, technically right now, I'm an entrepreneur because I'm trying to figure out what my niche is. Like, not my niche, because I know my niche. My niche is spiritual. My niche is moral and politically right. Stuff like that, activism and all that kind of stuff. Advocate, that's what I mean. Not activism, but advocate. Motivational speaking, also content creator. Like I said, I feel like I could be a model. I feel like it would be fun to be a model, and I love clothes and stuff like that, so I feel like I will end up somewhere along the lines like throughout fashion, because I'm into that and I naturally like do that every day. Like I love clothes, like literally. And if I had all the money in the world, my clothes would look like I would just go outside all the time just to show off my outfits that I put together, because I'm really good at that. But yeah. I also like I said, I like being morally and political. No, I like being morally correct, and I want politics to be morally correct, which means I want the world to be morally correct. That's all what it is. It's not red or blue. It's not this person versus this person. No, it's really like morals right now. And because this is being affected, it's part of the world. Like the whole banning abortions. On one, because I'm being so unbiased because I could play devil's advocate for both. So, on one hand, with abortions, who invented that? Because that's murder. It literally is. So, morally, I think no. So, me personally, I wouldn't do it. Personally, for me. But on the other side, first off, this abortions is only for women. Body-wise. I'm not going to lie. When we go back to the first one, why I said no, because morally is murder. So on the okay, if you can do it, it can be your choice to get it done or not or whatever. But this is murder. Because two people created this one being that is in your stomach and that you want to take its life away, the potential that it has. So it's her body, and if she be like, I don't want this baby growing to me, then boom, cool. That's her opinion, and that's her what she want to do with her body. But morally, you just murdered that life that could have been. You didn't attempt to murder it. You murdered it. So, and some people, you know, they think about it like that. They know that's what they're doing. And I feel like murder is morally incorrect. And that's something we have to change in the world, in my opinion. Murder should never ever, violence shouldn't be the answer, because murder is a no-go. Like, murder is no. No one should be able to murder no one. No one should, that's why, like, no one should be able to murder anybody and get away with it, especially. I don't think so. And becoming pregnant isn't just something that isn't anything. It's not something that should be like thought about. Becoming pregnant is a very like key part in existence. So you're murdering our existence. So like I said, when I put my own opinion and what I personally would do with myself into it, that's when it gets biased, and I lean towards one side more than the other, which you probably know which side it is. But on an unbiased devil's advocate type of thing, it's really just on this side, you have the right to be in charge of your body and what you got going on and what you do. But on the other side, free will doesn't make it acceptable. And there should be repercussions if you do this immoral thing. You know? Like I said, you probably can tell on the more biased side which one I agree with more. But, again, I just feel like we're in for a really wild awakening in the world in the next decade, this whole decade until 2030. because it's going to come. 2030 is going to come. We're going to hit 2030 sooner rather than later. We're in for some stuff. That's all I know. And I hope people be excited. For some reason, I had a dream that I was on top of some like truck, some like dumpster type of truck, because it was high off the ground, and it felt like I was protesting or like doing something along the lines of something like that, because like I was literally on the top of a moving truck in my dream. And okay. So I remember when I was sick and I said I couldn't taste the pickles. Now I could taste them, and I could taste the freaking strawberry Rice Krispie treat, but both of them have this freaking disgusting like aftertaste, like. But they said I didn't have COVID. They told me though my COVID test came back negative, but I couldn't taste. And now that I can taste after I've taken some antibiotics and everything. Yeah, it's weird. It got a weird aftertaste. So I could have just had the new freaking COVID, and they don't even know because they're not paying attention. That's because they don't be listening to people. Yeah. I have so many quarters in my house right now. Quarters to wash, quarters to ride the city bus, quarters. Yeah, that's what quarters. Those are the only thing I have quarters for. To wash my clothes and to ride the city bus. Yeah. That's the only cash I have too. I don't have cash on me. Except for quarters to ride the city bus and to wash my clothes. So, also in the pandemic era, when you think about it, because go back to the 1920s, and if you want to, go back to the 1820s, but the 1920s was just happening. The Roaring 20s happened. The Great Gatsby era, yeah, that was in the 20s. That was the Roaring 20s. We're in the 20s decade, and now we're in the 2020s, in the 21st century. The age of Aquarius. Bro, the way that this come up from the come up, and the way that this downfall from the downfall, y'all, it's gonna be so dramatic and drastic because it's gonna be two completely opposite things. And this time leading up to this is what people have been talking about the whole time. You have been stepping into the steps of which direction and which side you're going in. So when that drastic split happened, boom. It's going to be a whole bunch of new millionaires, a whole bunch of new, like, really, like, successful people. The new era of successful people. And then it's going to hit those other people. Some other people, it's going to be, like, completely downhill, like, super downhill. So, mirroring the 1920s and 20s, the 2020s. Okay, the 1920s and the 2020s. So, 1920s, the Spanish flu. 2020s, coronavirus. 2 pandemics, global pandemics, affecting not just one race, not just one age group, not just one nationality, but the whole world. Boom. The flow of demand and supply going up and down, the inflation going up and down, and the credit going up and down. Both sides. We got stimulus checks, but we also now had that inflation. Everything was higher. That happened to them too. The stock market crashed for them. What got popular around the pandemic in this era for normal people? The stock market. So, hint, before the stock market crashes, the smart people will get their money out of the stock market. But that will make it go faster too when people start doing it. So when it starts, it's basically first come, first serve, because the more people start pulling out, the faster it goes down when it crashes. You feel me? So that's part of the next step. So it's mirror. It's a mirror. It's the next step. Also, credit went up. What did we get? We got stimulus checks, right? Like I said. But also, I don't think it's the end of that. We still going through. We're going to have to keep going through it to figure out, like, oh, what else is going to happen for us in this area, because it's not over with. But boom, the invention of radios and stuff like that involving, which is crazy because it was involving technology basically. And now we're in the age of Aquarius, which is the evolution, the highest part of technology, literally, and innovation. So that's what they was doing. Like, they was doing their side, and they had the radios and stuff like that. Now for us, what's happening? Well, think about it this way. Where is everybody who is about to be successful going to go to showcase how successful they are? Like now, the successful people, where do they showcase how successful they are? Do we see them on the news, on our televisions? Do we see them in real life, on the streets doing hands-on everything? Or are we seeing them online, on our screens, on our cell phones, on the web, on the net? That's where it's at. That's the Aquarius, the innovation part, all that kind of stuff. Because now think about it. It's on the web. It's on the net, like, literally. Not the waves, but the net. The waves, the radio, the television, boom, boom, boom. No, the net, the phone, the computer, the internet. Do y'all get what I'm saying? But that's how it's going to affect this generation. And it's going to be so crazy, wild, and great because we're literally making history right now. We're literally making history. Literally. We're literally in our era, and we're alive during this part of history. Take the opportunity. Did you say you could see a ghost? I don't know how to say that name. Hold on. Hi, Jaylene or Jelini. Jelini. Hi, Jaline. I think it's Jaline. Jelini. Hold on. How do you say that? You say you could see a ghost, though. Where? I'm not scared of ghosts. I see a ghost before, too. Actually. Hi, JJ. Okay, I can say it like that. The OG fishy fish. Yo, I liked. Thank you. The OG fishy fish. So, like I said, if you don't know, if you want to know and like see and have like a physical like explanation for why your life is the way that it is, and you're not into astrology, to know how to read astrology and to read your birth chart, and into numerology to read your numerology chart, let me do it for you, because I know how to do it and I can help you. It's very telling, and it helped me in a lot of ways. From when my mental was going down, what helped me get my mental back up was this. You sub, thank you. I should sub. I'm gonna click yours, and I'm gonna see if you post videos. If you post videos, I'm gonna sub back to you, okay? But see, like, you just gotta see. You gotta see what I can tell you about your own life to know how serious, like, I am when I say astrology is real. Like, it's literally a mechanism to understand life. As above with the stars, which is astrology, right? So below with us here on earth. Like, for example, the freaking full moon in Capricorn. It's affecting everybody in a different part of their birth chart. Wherever Capricorn is in your birth chart, that's where the full moon is going to affect you this cycle until the new moon in Aquarius. Ugh. I love pickles, but now this pickle tastes freaking... It don't taste bad, but it tastes weird. It tastes different than what it's supposed to, or what it used to. Like I said, I probably did have something that they don't even know about, just like they didn't know about COVID, because they're dumb. No, I'm just playing. Let me leave them alone, because they don't know as much as they try to tell people and get credit for. That's why. So, yeah, let me know. I can help you. And actually, if you're like the first few ones that I see and I do it, I can do it for free. Like I said, I'm not going to start charging until after it become like a thing to where I have so many or whatever, or a lot of people want it all of a sudden. It's in high demand. That's literally life. It's in high demand. I'm only one person, so obviously if it's in high demand, the supply is going to be lower and slower. So I'm going to need that money to get it done faster and to keep going, keep me motivated. I know when something is like right for me to do and motivated when I get good money from it. I be motivated to do things that I get good money from. Which, good money isn't necessarily a very like specific valued price. It's just like in my day-to-day life, is the money that's coming into my life accommodating my life day to day. Like, if I want a Starbucks and for some reason I want the large, am I going to be able to get the large, or do I be like, oh, I ain't even got no money? I had to pay all the bills and I ain't even got no money. No, that's not the type of money. No, that's not money. That's slave. That's slave work. And America better stop playing. Now, if I'm making the type of money where, okay, I'm doing what I'm doing to make that money, and then I get that money, and then all of my free time, ooh, I can travel freely the way I want to. I can eat anything I want to eat and all that kind of stuff. You know, if I want to go shopping and splurge a little bit, buy myself something nice, I can go get something cool. I can go get my nails and feet done. I can, go get my hair done if I want to, even though I don't get my hair done usually by other people. But I want to start because it's tiring and I'm done. Like, it's just too much. I need somebody else to do it now. It's thick and it's getting long now, so I need somebody else to do it. All that kind of stuff. Can I freely do those things that I enjoy in my personal free time with the money that I'm making, however I'm getting money? If it don't add up like that, if it don't add up to me like that, then I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna be motivated to do it. It's gonna feel like a burden to me, and I'm gonna want to find something different that's gonna give me what I want. That's like a relationship. Finding the perfect relationship, shall I say. If it don't give you everything that you want, it's not for you. And the sooner you cut it off, the sooner you can go out and get what you want. And that's my model for life. So that's why people come in my life. I cut them off so smooth, so quick and so smooth. It ain't even got to be none to it. We ain't even got no memories. I ain't even trying to make no memories with you. Nope. If you ain't the one, if you ain't important, don't waste my time, because I'm not gonna waste my time. I want my important life like stuff. But yeah, I think that's a good shadow work prompt. The question and as the title, how has the pandemic era affected your life? It's a good shadow work prompt. I forgot. I can put filters on live. I just had to think about that. Boom. That's a cute filter. Cool. I look like a vampire. Black and white. Black and white. Oh. Ooh. We got the. Okay. Hey. I can work with this. What's the. Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. What's this? That's it. Oh, old movie. No, Jason, don't kill me. Are they gonna make a new Jason? That's so cool. Whoa, I'm a ghost. Oh, I'm a ghost for real. Hold up, let me see. Is there any ghosts in here? Why my clothes that color? All my clothes is like very like bright. Oh my god. I want you to touch that. Let me stop. Oh no. Why is making the white stuff the dark, the lighter stuff, the whiter stuff dark? It made my pupils darker and my white part dark. Oh no, it made my my pupils lighter and the whites of my eyes darker. My teeth are darker and my hair is whiter. So it basically inverted everything. I could be the scary monster in the movie. Hold on. I play too much. That is freaking crazy. I'm so weird. Okay. Let me end this video before I do some more stupid stuff. Oh, and now it drew me, kind of. Where my hair at? They don't know how to draw this hair, that's why. Hey, they got the cross right. Boom. In Jesus. In God. In God. I am. Ooh, look at my lips. Damn, they got the gap in my bottom teeth, everything. I be insecure about that, but no, not. I guess not insecure. It's just very aware. I'll be aware of the places where it's just like that could improve. Like right now, I need to probably work out and tone my body, like tighten my body up, because I've lost weight. I can tell in certain areas, and now it's like mushy, mushy. But yeah, working out is so like. Just starting working out is literally so dreadful, and it's like I'm gonna do it tomorrow, then don't do it tomorrow, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. All right. Oh, the bubbles, and then I'm gonna leave.